Hello, everybody. This is Off Mute with Becky, and we are back with yet another powerful conversation. Here we talk about inspiring, empowering, and challenging stories. So today I'm honored by a very special guest, and her name is Betty Omoro, and she will be taking us through what mentorship is. Who is a mentor? She will now break it down, unpack it, and show us what that means. And then she is part of Girls for Girls. It's a global movement, and she teaches women on courageous leadership. And she will tell us what that means just shortly. But more than that, expect a lot of stories from our guest, from myself, because here we love storytelling. We love hearing new stories. So karibu sana, Betty. We are so honored to have you here.
Thank you very much.
Yes. We love guests, and especially the ones with stories. Mm-hmm. So again, we really appreciate you taking time to be here with us and talking to us about empowering girls to lead. We want to hear about that. But before we get there, could you give us a brief of who you are? I tried giving my brief. I know it was too brief. Can you give your brief? Who is Betty Omoro? Mm-hmm. We call you Betty O.
Yes.
Thank
you so much, Rebecca. I'm honored to be here today and just to give my story on so many phases of my life.
Okay.
But of course, focusing on mentorship more. Betty Omoro, my name, as you've said it. I'm a mother. Mm-hmm. I am a wife. I'm a mother to two beautiful girls. One is an engineer.
Wow.
And the other one is still in school, but a great swimmer. She represents the country. Half the time, if I'm not working, you'll find me at the pool, either at 5 in the morning or at 5 in the evening, just trying to support her and nurture her talent. Of course, the bigger sister is also her support system, together with the father. As a person, I have been mentoring for the longest time.
Okay.
It could have been either deliberate or not. Mm-hmm. But before mentorship, I have been in safety. I am a safety expert. I'm a communications expert.
Okay.
And I think out of that care for taking care of people in terms of ensuring that they're safe on the roads has now translated to taking care of women in their spaces and giving them a voice in areas where they feel that they should not or ought not to speak. And that is where my mentorship comes in. So I don't know whether that has described me in a nutshell. I have a lot of stories about myself.
Yeah.
But that is just a summary of who I am.
Yes.
Currently, I am the Director of Operations and Fundraising at Girls for Girls Kenya, overseeing the operations of Girls for Girls, and that entails all the programs that come with the mentorship. And of course, fundraising as well, trying to raise funds to support girls who are not able to come through and pay the nominal fee that we charge for mentorship.
Okay.
Yes, so that's who I am in a nutshell.
Very interesting. I know we're going to hear more as we continue this conversation. Mm-hmm. We're going to unpack, of course, as we continue. Mm-hmm. But I'm curious about one thing. Mm-hmm. And this thing I want to ask today, I have not asked any other guests before you, but today I'm curious. I want to hear, what are your thoughts if you were to choose to become any animal? Mm-hmm. Okay, of course, become that animal, then come back to being Betty.
Yes.
Like, what animal would that be? Like, what would that lucky animal be? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's quite interesting, as you've said it, because I've never quite thought of myself as an animal. But if I look back and look at the big five,
yes,
I could relate to a tiger.
A tiger?
A tiger.
Okay. Why is that?
First, for the colors.
Okay.
I love the colors of a tiger.
Yes.
Those are my best colors.
Yes.
Bright colors, golden colors.
The patterns.
Yes, the patterns. And then when you look at the tiger, how it operates, it's bold, it's energetic.
Oh.
It is confident, it is independent, and those are all qualities that I have, self-determined.
Oh.
So we radiate energy
Yes.
around us, around the people
The
who are with
tigers.
us.
Yes.
And when we enter a room, things just brighten up.
Okay.
So for me, a tiger would be it.
Okay.
Of course, sometimes we get a bit aggressive. We are too confident.
Not a bit, a lot.
A lot. Yeah, we are aggressive. We are too confident. And of course, sometimes we might end up making rash decisions.
Yes.
But yes, I would literally be a tiger if I got into a room.
Yes.
Yes.
Interesting. My choice is quite interesting. If I was to become an animal, I would choose the giraffe.
Wow.
I like that it is, it's very tall. It looks very graceful as it walks. It looks like it has some lashes on, very long lashes. Like that animal is beautiful. And if I look at it, the long, graceful legs, it doesn't look like it's trying too hard. Yet it is doing what it is doing.
Yes.
I mean, people come from all over just to watch its, it's just beauty. It's looking so majestic. I admire giraffes. And every time I see one, I just want to see them walk. The way they just nonchalant like that. They don't care about who's watching. They're minding their business. But they show up.
Yeah.
You can't ignore their presence.
True.
So a giraffe for me. Then not come back to me.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to be a giraffe permanently.
Interesting.
Yeah. So anyway, let's get to our discussion today. And my discussion today, of course, will be a lot on mentorship. Our discussion will be a lot of mentorship. What does that mean? Having a discussion about mentees, because if you have a mentor, then that means there's a mentee. So we're going to talk about that today very candidly, very openly. And I know people are watching because this is a space that gets a lot of questions. It is not so clear. The lines are very thin between becoming a mentor and mothering people, because you see people who want to be mentors, but really they come in that mothering mode.
True.
And if you're not careful, me and we can be mothers.
True.
So we will discuss a bit about that. But before we do that, in your line of mentorship, because I know you have mentored. Okay, you've not told us for how long. How long have you mentored, by the way? At least with G4G?
Since 2019.
2019. That was before COVID, during COVID?
Yeah, just before COVID.
Okay.
But prior to that, I have been a mentor.
Okay.
But G4G only made me realize that I have been a mentor.
Yes.
All my life.
Yes.
Through school.
Yes.
Through my children's school. Being in the Parents Teachers Association.
Yes.
Handling the children.
Yeah.
It was mentorship, but not structured.
Yeah, tell us why G4G though? G4G, which means Girls for Girls. Why G4G? I mean, I believe there are so many other structured mentorship programs out there, but why G4G?
I love G4G. For one, we are not, we don't force you into values and norms that do not align with the day-to-day lives of people, number one. Number two, it's a very structured mentorship.
Okay.
We have guidebooks that take us through the mentorship, which go through 6 sessions, and we don't deviate from those guidelines.
Okay.
And they're very straightforward in terms of our expectations and the impact that we're expecting from you as a mentee from the G4G mentorship program. And that's why I love it.
Okay.
Yes.
Interesting. So it is a structure because it's not, there are no surprises in between there. And you can't bring your personality. Okay, you can bring your personality into the structure, but you can't change the structure as it has been positioned.
Yes.
So it's quite predictable in a way.
It's predictable, but the other beauty about Girls for Girls is we mentor through stories.
Oh, okay.
And we burst this bubble of people thinking that women who are up there made it through any other way other than through merit, right? So the purpose of G4G is to make them realize that moving forward or getting whatever you want to get to does not require someone else. The skills, the values are inherent within you. All we do is just try to bring them out and make you realize the potential that you have as a mentee and as a mentor.
Interesting.
Yes,
Interesting.
yes.
Now, of course, in your, is it 5 years or so of the structured training? Let's talk just about the structured mentorship and the G4G program. I know you have met so many mentees along the way. You have had stories, even if you've not personally met them. and you've had so many stories. Could you pick one story that you feel that really got you inspired?
Wow, there are so many.
Okay,
But
just pick one.
I'll pick one.
Yes.
There are times when you're going into mentorship and you're looking at a young girl who is an A material. You know, everything is A1 about them.
Yes.
But the only thing lacking
Yes.
is the belief in themselves.
Ah.
So I mentored this girl who was a very sharp accountant.
Okay.
You know, having completed BCom, CPAK, was an accounts clerk in an organization. And she was so boxed in a corner that she never thought she would leave that desk as an accounts clerk. And she had a boss who really subdued her.
Oh.
That she felt like she hated the place, but she thought this is the only thing I can do, you know?
Yeah.
But after going through the program and realizing I don't have to be boxed here, I can be somewhere else because I have the qualities within me. All I need to do is get out, you know, look for it courageously, stand up for myself, speak for myself, and I'll be able to progress. And out of that, she applied for a job as a head of finance.
Oh.
And when she called me and told me she got a job as a head of finance, because she learned she can use the power of her voice,
Yes.
that was satisfying for me.
Wow.
When I hear such stories, I'm at peace with
I
mentorship.
know, such a
Yes.
big win.
Yes.
And then you hear so many other stories. I mean, big wins all over.
Yes.
I'm also a mentor with G4G, so I relate with what you're talking about. And so when a mentee just shares their story, and every time the impact, you know, for each one of them. And I know for us, it feels very, sometimes it feels very, okay, it's a nice thing. I wanted to say it's a surprise, but let me not say we are surprised. Because somebody comes in, quite an introvert, quite laid back,
Yes.
you know, and
Yeah.
then by the end of the 6th session, I don't know what happens in between there, but people just blossom.
Yes.
People blossom. I've seen ladies blossom, and they just come out in their true nature, and you know, and just seeing them like that. Some of them find their purpose. Some of them find, you know, their destinies. They find their path. And it is always so rewarding. I believe that's why we keep going back
Yes,
and still
yes.
looking for more mentees, because it is quite rewarding.
Definitely.
Anyway, for you now, as Betty, why does mentorship matter so much?
The reason why mentorship matters so much to me, for one, I believe we are short of role models as women, as girls. And this starts right from school. Because sometimes we mirror what we have seen, thinking it's the norm, thinking it's okay to operate like this. But sometimes you find it's not okay. But the lack of mentorship or guidance on what I need to do as a person is what sometimes will steer the young girls and the women into habits that, quote unquote, are not acceptable within the society. So for me, mentorship is very important because then I'm able to impact however little the knowledge is onto a girl or a woman that will make her realize her worth and her potential in this world, that would make her achieve anything she wants to achieve without limiting herself.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why mentorship for me is very important.
Wow.
Yes.
I'm feeling the goosebumps already. You know, I hear these stories so many times, but every time I hear them, I get, you know, that feeling of, that very warm, nice feeling of you're giving something and you can see how it's impacting somebody. You're giving, but you can see the rewards of it. Because you see the transformation. It's there. You can see it.
Yes.
And it's quite rewarding just seeing that. I think as humans, we were created to always just give back.
True.
That's why it feels very good when you're giving back. You know, it feels amazing. You can't compare that to anything.
No.
Right?
You can't.
Yeah. And you talked about role models. Now, role models. Let's unpack that a little bit. When you talk about role models, what do you think are qualities of a good role model? Because role models does not mean, because I might call someone my role model, but there are qualities that are in them that are misleading me or misguiding me. So could you help us understand, how do you get a role model? What are we looking out for?
For me, I would define a role model like someone who has values that either align with me or align with the basic standards of survival within whichever sphere that we are put in.
Yes.
Right? Values that are not misleading. Values that are inspiring. Values and thoughts that are to build and not to destroy someone.
To build and not to destroy.
Not to destroy someone.
Yeah.
So that's the person I find as a role model. And someone who can correct you when they see that you're taking the wrong path, as opposed to watching you getting into the deep end and then coming to laugh at you. Or that's the time they feel they can help when you're already in the deep end. So for me, a role model is somebody you can rely on in terms of values and a thought process that will build you. Yes, and make you a better person at the end of the day.
That's very clear.
Yes.
That's very clear. Now, let me take you back to a story that happened most recently in Kenya. I will not name names, but you remember the story. And the story was, in a certain very prestigious school, we had girls who came up and claimed they had been, let me say claimed because they had been abused. All right? And then after that, other people had left the school prior, like several years before. You know, mothers, you know, young women came out and said, you know, we were also abused by the same person we're talking about. This particular person who was abusing the girls was considered a role model, a good Christian. But somehow everybody was deceived by, I don't know, his demeanor or his style. He I don't know what it was about him, but how do you just do this, like abuse people? Others come and others go. Nobody ever talks about it. Nobody ever, you know, shouts about it. It just goes unnoticed for so many years. So most of them must have considered him as a role model. How he got away with that is, okay, let's not say he got away with it, because I believe he will, of course, meet the repercussions. But how is that even possible? How do you meet a role model like that and give them your lives? You're vulnerable. And let's talk about why. How do we have such people in the midst, you know, of the society? These are our teachers. These are people in our churches. You know, these are people in high offices. You know, these are people in organizations, our bosses. And we look up to them as our role models. But they have ulterior motive, right? Number one, now my question is, how do you know? Now you're talking to young girls, not just young girls. I believe you're talking to ladies.
Yes.
How do you know that now this person, yes, of course he says he's a role model, he positions himself like one, but how do you know he is not the one? And at what point do you shout out for help? And who do you go to tell this? Those are many questions.
Quite a number of questions.
Order you can answer. In any order.
Quite interesting that we're discussing that. And I'm happy that it has come out at this particular time when mentorship is really out there.
Yes.
Unfortunately, sometimes you'll find people camouflage in the form of good intention, but with ulterior motives, as you've mentioned. Studying their victims, knowing that if I come in this direction, then I'll quickly get buy-in.
Would you maybe suggest, I don't know, of course you're not those kind of people, so you don't know the ways they use to maneuver or to distract or to win over their victims, but what would you think are some of the ways they would show up to win our trust?
One of the quick ways I would look at it, like in terms of looking at the vulnerability of some of these girls, the background where they've come from. They cannot afford something. So you come up like this person who, you know, provide the extra.
And you have the answers.
Yes, you're not able to get from home. I'll give you this at no extra.
So the gifts.
the gifting is there.
Yeah.
And it's just not in schools, even at the workplaces. I'll promote you. I can do this for you. You know,
I can get
let's
you
hang
several
out and I can get
steps
you.
up.
I can introduce you to the big people.
Yes. I
And-
know people.
Yes, I
in
know
Kenya,
people.
we say we know people.
Yes.
Yeah.
And humans by nature always want more.
Of
you
course.
know, man is naturally insatiable. When they see an opportunity for something, they'll always want to go
Even
for
when
it.
they don't deserve
Even
it.
when they don't deserve it. Even when they can see that the way I'm going about it is wrong. And because of that, you'll find so many victims are injured or harmed along the way. And because of the societal norm, the systemic barriers that we have, I can't speak about it.
Yeah.
It's a man. It's a patriarchal society. I look like the liar.
Yeah.
So we tend to suppress.
And this person, of course, has more power.
Yes, has more power. This is
Yeah,
an
he has more
adult,
say where
has
he
been in
is.
this school
Yeah.
for so long.
Yeah.
Many girls
Who
probably
will
have gone
believe
through it.
me?
Who am I to complain about it, you know? And same to organizations. Many girls have passed through this. So and so also told me she's gone through this. So why should I complain? Why should I speak up if I'm getting what I want? You know? But everything, for every action, there's always an equal and opposite reaction. It will always come to catch up with you. No matter the timeline, no matter the circumstances that come with it. So they know how to target their victims in all this.
Yeah.
And they know how to cover themselves up.
Yes.
If anything is said
Now,
about
if
them.
as G4G, say like now you are invited, I know sometimes you're invited to corporates to talk to the teams, mostly some young women over there. And if now as G4G, you're invited to some corporates to talk to them about this courageous leadership, you're talking to them about, just life and taking the corner office and all that. What are some of the things you teach them that empower them, to help them so that they can use their voice when needed to?
Yes.
So that if they found themselves in such a situation, they'll find a way out. What are some of the things you teach them?
We teach them quite a number of values, and I'll start with the first one. Out of these 6 modules, the first one is building trust, and it's very deliberate at the building trust being the first module that we take you through. And why? We want to help you identify who you can trust, who your village is, so that when you're faced with a situation, who can I lean back on? That when something happens, you don't suppress your voice. You have already identified the people who can build you up, the people who can walk with you in that journey. So you don't die alone.
Yes.
And that's where the building trust comes in. Thereafter, we go to courageous leadership. And here we help you identify who are your role models in terms of leaders. What are the qualities you admire in them that you feel you don't have, right? And after they go through that identification, you'll find some of the qualities you actually have, but you've suppressed it.
Yes.
You don't feel you're good enough to come out and lead, right? So as we say it, do it afraid. Now we build that value of courage in you. Come out, be bold. And sometimes these young girls will look at us and think, Betty was born like that. She's courageous naturally. No, I'm not. I have grown into courage right from the time I was young.
And that's when you share your stories to them and tell them, that you have not always been this beautiful and courageous and strong.
And bold and strong.
Yeah,
no,
and a tiger.
It's been a journey. It's been a journey from a cub tiger to where I am right now. So through the power of stories on our leadership journeys, and it doesn't have to be a powerful leader, even just at our normal level, from being a prefect to being in a board, to being a community leader, to even your families. Sometimes you find families need leaders. So through those stories, then they realize, I'm even a leader within my sphere of operation.
Yes.
But I didn't realize it. Then thereafter, once you've identified your leadership qualities, we take you through the art of communication. And the reason why the art of communication is very important is because you learn to speak. You learn to know what to tell your audience. You learn to figure out whether your audience can feel you or they cannot feel you.
Yeah.
And you quickly change what you're telling them. That will make them understand the message that you're trying to put across. And communication cuts across everywhere. It can be in a village baraza, it can be in a family meeting, it can be in school, it can be anywhere, at the workplace, anywhere where we need to communicate. So those qualities are very important, that even you find people like me who talk a lot, we did not have the actual art of communication. We had to learn how to read our audiences before we go to speak. And now we have structured speeches. Prepared, ready to just make sure that the audience gets what you're trying to put across. Not just speak for the sake of speaking, right? And thereafter, we go to negotiation. Once you know how to speak, what else do you need?
You need to negotiate.
Exactly. You are in a corner. I need money. I need promotion. I need to negotiate for my fellow students. In school, the food is not nice in the dining hall, but we can see they can provide fresher juice, fresher fruits. What do I do as the head girl? I go and negotiate with the school management. So we teach you the art of negotiation, not just for yourself, but even advocating for others. And when you get even to the workspace, how to negotiate for yourself in terms of salaries, in terms of promotion, in terms of inclusion when you want to be on the table at the decision-making point. How do you negotiate your way there? You know, so those are the skills that we equip you with going forward into negotiation. Once you learn how to negotiate, then you can run for office. Running for public office. Right? And public does not mean you have to be a politician. You want to lead within a certain sphere. How do you go about it? How do you campaign? How do you craft your messages? How do you identify your champions who are going to stand by you no matter what? Right? So now those are the skills you acquire at that particular point. Then lastly and most importantly, ethics and values in decision making. And that is where our biggest challenge for our girls is. When no one is watching you, what decisions are you making behind the scenes? That's where your true test is determined. When you come out, what can people say about you? When you are not there, what can people say about you? Is she a woman of value? Or
does she keep her word?
Exactly.
You know.
Yes. And that's why I love G4G because of that.
And at G4G, you often talk about the ripple effect of the mentorship. Can you take us through that a little bit?
Through mentorship, you'll find that it's not just the people you interact with day to day. You'll also find that there are people who watch you, even from your surroundings. They may not interact with you. But because of what they've seen you do through others, that effect can go around them, right? And I'll give you an example even of my children at home. I raised them with an iron fist. You know the way we were beaten?
With slippers.
Yes, with slippers and sticks.
And a belt.
And for the longest time, they kept telling me, Mom, you cannot continue raising us that way. You can't raise us the way you're raised up. Times have changed. And out of Girls for Girls mentorship and interactions with the different girls at whatever level, and synchronizing that with my motherhood journey at home, that change has been translated into my home. Now, I look at them differently. Why? Because of how I'm mentoring people. Not just even at the G4G level, even at the boards where I sit, at the swimming board, where I deal with so many parents and so many children. That effect of G4G in terms of the skills and the values and the aura that I just, spread around there, that ripple effect, you can feel it within the swimming fraternity as well.
How does it play out, like in the corporate space, when you talk about the ripple effect?
Now, in the corporate space, you'll find situations where probably the people that they look up to. They may not have gone through the program and all, yeah? But the people that they look up to who have gone through the program and as a result have been able to acquire skills and values that they carry along, how they carry themselves at work, come into play very well.
Yeah.
So you'll find even the people who are around them who haven't gone through that admiration of what is so different about that girl.
Yes.
The ripple effect. Can I find out?
Yeah.
You know? So even though they don't come to us for the mentorship,
they still get the impact.
Yes, they get the impact.
Yeah.
You see, I want to behave like.
Yeah.
I don't have to do some of these things to be recognized.
Yes.
Yeah. So you'll always find the effect is there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Whether
Yes,
they've been
yes,
trained
and I've
or not.
also witnessed this being part of the mentorship.
Mm-hmm.
I have witnessed that some corporates will get such a good, cohort.
Mm-hmm.
Just when they give one cohort to be mentored by G4G, the impact is real. It is tangible. They can see the results in the offices.
Yes.
I mean, it's tangible.
Yes.
So what do? They ask for second cohort.
Exactly.
The same organization.
Yes.
Yes.
We've had organizations actually coming back. And the reason they've come back is because of the impact they've seen in the first cohort. In terms of showing up, raising their hands, taking up challenges that were initially considered not for ladies, So because of that, then they bring in the second cohort. And some of them, we actually now at the third cohort.
Yes.
Because of the impact they've seen from the first cohort within those organizations.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah. Could you tell us also a bit about, because again, we are talking about mentees, how they receive, how they get the impact, the transformation. Can we talk about the mentor now? Could you share with us what are some of, is there a reverse mentorship? Like, does the mentor gain from this story? Yeah.
There's definitely a lot of reverse mentorship.
Yeah.
A lot of it.
Yes.
Because we don't know it all. We mentor you in the best way we know how. But then again, in that mentorship journey, there are things I learn about you.
Yes.
That I didn't know. Yeah. Probably even qualities or things that I need to work on myself that are, limiting or could help me also become a better mentor, right? So there's always a lot of learning between the mentors and the mentees along the way.
Yeah.
And by the time you're graduating mentees from the 6 sessions, you're also being graduated because the things you've learned through these 6 sessions from
You're not
other
the same
people,
person.
You're not the same person. Every other cohort, you'll always be a different person. Yeah, just from what you've learned from the sessions.
Yeah. My greatest takeaway, let me share this. When I joined G4G, also joined around the same time, 2019, as a mentor. Of course, I was very quiet. In fact, some people wonder what happened. I was really just a background commenter over there. But my greatest takeaway to date has been how we talk about doing it afraid. Like, don't wait for the butterflies to be aligned.
Yes.
Because the butterfly is always there.
Yes.
I mean, I have some 2 right now, or 3 flying in there somewhere. It's never like you don't get to a place that you feel that I have to be ready. I have to be perfect to do it. I have to have everything, right before going and venturing into a new project. So for me, that has been my greatest takeaway. It continues to help me, and I continue helping other people around me, telling them, do this thing afraid. If you have it in your heart, just do it, then you figure it out as you move out there. Of course, you'll do a lot of mistakes.
Yes.
That is expected, but you learn so much along the way.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, tell us about G4G Global, because I know G4G is not just in Nairobi, Kenya. I know it's in other spaces. Could you give us a bit of a background? Where did this thing start? Girls for Girls, where did it start? How far is it? Because you could be watching from Malaysia right now. You could be watching from wherever. How do you get access to these mentorship roles or mentees?
Yes. Girls for Girls was started at Harvard in 2016. And the reason why these women came together from Harvard in 2016 to start Girls for Girls was when Hillary Clinton lost elections.
Oh, yeah.
And she didn't lose because there were no women to vote for her. She lost because women didn't feel like a fellow woman would be enough to lead.
That's
to lead
painful.
us.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's painful.
Yes. So because of that, they felt they need to empower women.
Yes.
That we are good enough. We have a voice. We can vote. We don't have to be led by a different gender for things to be okay. Women can also lead a country and things are going to be okay. So out of that, Girls for Girls came. And they started spreading their wings. The founder for Uganda and Kenya, Alena Simwe, who is now currently the deputy CEO
Sunshine.
CEO at Trademark, and we call her Sunshine. She took it and ran with it, realizing in the low and middle income countries, this is a very big challenge for us. She ran with it, came, started in Uganda, started it in Kenya, and out of that, in Africa alone, we're in 12 countries.
Wow.
Big on mentorship out of what she birthed in Africa. Then globally, we are in 40 countries.
Ooh.
And the Malaysias you're talking about.
Yes.
We are all over.
Yes.
Trying to just mentor girls and make them realize their voice and value matters on this earth. Yes, don't leave earth before you are heard.
Yeah.
Yes, you're very, very
Everybody
important.
has something to offer.
Everybody has something to offer.
Everybody has something to offer.
Yes, and we all have a story to give, no matter what. Never ever think your story is too small or too irrelevant.
Or too big
or
even.
Too big even. To lift somebody up.
Yeah.
We all have a story that is within us that can help another girl rise up.
Interesting.
Yes, so that's how G4G came about.
Wow.
Yes.
I love it. I love the fact that, again, because being structured, I'll find myself in South Africa, I'll find myself in India, and I'll just find a community of like-minded women over there training and mentoring, and I will not feel out of place.
Exactly.
I'll go there and fit in right in because we are using the same language.
Exactly.
I love that about that structure. I really love that. Now, of course, we have ladies who are watching right now, and they're wondering, I know there's something, because this has stirred something within somebody and they're feeling, I would really want to mentor. All right? And maybe they feel they're not ready or good enough. Because people have this notion, if you say you're a mentor, you should have this level of education, you should have this kind of experience, exposure of this kind. So these ladies who are watching, somebody who's watching and they would want to be a mentor, what would you advise them?
First, I'd like to tell them that we are all mentors within ourselves. And as we say, sometimes you're just afraid to get out there. Why should people know my story? That's the fear that holds us back. So that's why we say, do it afraid. Because that story that you have that you're hiding, somebody else will be encouraged by it, the journey that you've been through. So I would encourage them to all come out.
Yeah.
We all have something in us to offer. And the table is so humongous. Yes. We have so many women waiting to be mentored. I would urge you to come. Come to Girls for Girls. We are going to take you through the mentorship journey and dilute that fear that you feel. I'm not good enough to be a mentor.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
We are all capable of being mentors in whichever space we operate in.
So do you train the mentors to be, the people want to join in and they want to just come in and mentor? Do you train them?
Yes, definitely we train them.
Okay.
We use a mentor's guidebook that, if you don't mind, I can just,
please share.
I can share.
Yes.
So this is a mentor's guidebook that when you're doing the training, the 6 sessions that I mentioned, all the guidelines are here on how to become a mentor. So when we are done and we've graduated the mentors, then we pair you with a seasoned mentor. Once we pair you with a seasoned mentor, then you walk through that 6-session journey with her, mentoring other women, right? And after 2 or 3 sessions, you'll get the confidence and the satisfaction of being a mentor. So we train you on this, and we also have the global mentorship, which happens once every 2 months. That one is a global one trained by trainers globally. You register with us. We'll share the details of how you register and just learn how to be a mentor, even out of that global mentorship training that we take. But in Kenya, we are open. We have so many sessions, so many cohorts that train mentors on just how to be good mentors
Okay. Is
Yes.
it virtual, the training bit? Is it virtual? Is it in person?
We have both.
Okay.
Like for corporates, most of them like it
right.
physically.
Yes.
So we go to the offices and agree on scheduled days where we do the
Yes.
training. But you'll find like the mixed cohorts where we have people from Turukana, somebody's in Mombasa, someone is in Nakuru, and they all come together as women who want to be mentored. Then those ones we have to do virtually because then that's the only way we're able to connect with all of them at the same time. So we schedule
Yes.
every month when we are going to have the sessions with them until they're done with the 6 sessions, and then go into mentorship from wherever they're operating from.
Okay.
So you'll find a Girls for Girls lady in Turukana mentoring somewhere there.
Yeah.
Yes.
And for the person who wants to join in as a mentor, and you talked about you train them, let's talk a bit about that. How do you do that? You know, I'm fresh. I've seen this clip, and I'm thinking I need to be mentored by G4G. I need to be trained to be a mentor. Yeah, what's the process like?
So we usually have a call, and we do the call through all our socials.
Yes.
For women to join up and become mentors.
Okay.
And that call is for training you to become a mentor.
Yes.
Of course, there are details of registration that we need to get to know about you, a little bit about your background, and things like your fears and challenges that you feel we need to address during the mentorship. And don't get me wrong, we are not counselors. We are not mothers.
Thank you for being
we
so
are not
clear about
religious.
that. Yes.
We are not any of those things that change your trajectory in life. No. Our part is just to bring out the best in you so that you can be a mentor. So once we do the call from our socials, you just register. We have an efficient secretariat that will get back to you and we'll let you know when the sessions are beginning, very structured. We'll put you into a WhatsApp group and then you'll just have every information that you need prior to the training, which will take 6 months for the 6 sessions.
Okay.
Yes, and it's only once a month for 3 hours.
Okay.
It doesn't take so much.
That's a virtual call.
Yes, virtual call.
Yeah.
And we charge a nominal fee for the virtual training. It's only 6,050 for the mixed cohort. Of course, for the corporates, we have a different charge because the rate that we charge the corporates are what help us to go to the universities and train these girls who cannot afford even bundles or airtime or, you know, just to log into the virtual sessions.
Yes.
Yes.
And for this viewer who wants to be a mentor and goes through the 3 hours we talked about, how much do they pay for that?
The global mentorship?
Yes. No, the training that you do, the 3-hour training to get someone to qualify to become a mentor. Do you charge for that?
So we have the global one, which is just a day.
Okay.
That one is charged at 2,050 Kenya shillings.
2,000 Kenya shillings.
Now that's from 9 to 1.
Okay.
And it's done globally. Of course, you may not get all the data that you require at that particular point.
Of course.
But each country has an onboarding session that takes you through again.
Okay.
The details of the modules that you went through that will help you become a mentor. And then we have the mixed cohorts that we call for that takes 6 months, 3 hours every month. That's 6,050. And those ones are more in-depth because you get to learn so much, you get to break into circles, you get to learn more from each other in those circles, you get to hear from the guest speakers. So I would encourage any woman to just come in. And our speakers are not techie, they're not chops, for lack of a better word. They'll not come with big PowerPoints and what. No, they'll come and just give you their story.
Okay.
They'll come and give you their story. And you just relate with it. Like one time we had Monica Juma, you know, the government official. It was packed because, you know, people look at her from outside like
from a
this
different
woman,
lens.
a very different lens. But when she came on board, oh, wow, her story was so inspiring. And you realize you can relate with them. Yeah, they walk through the same journey like you do. Yes. Yeah. But they've decided to rise above every challenge that has been thrown to them.
Interesting.
Yes.
You know, Betty, I'm thinking something. I have a friend of mine who has, you know, me and you, we don't have Gen Alphas.
Yes.
So I have a friend of mine, and I'm thinking about her right now and her son, my favorite kid ever. He's hyper, he's happy. He's very smart. That boy is too smart. I see him and I get challenged every time I have to spend time with him. He challenges me. I'm thinking, now in this next generation, because that generation is the next generation, how would you mentor those ones? These are tech-savvy, very intelligent people.
Yes.
Their style is quite different.
Yeah.
You know, they might not really resonate with, I don't know, maybe the long story. I don't know if they can resonate with the long stories, but we will get to mentor them at some point. Do you think anything will change to factor in that different generation?
I have a niece actually my nieces and nephews are all Gen Alphas.
Yeah,
Their thinking is very different.
very.
The kind of exposure that they have. The other day, my niece is also a swimmer.
Yes.
And they live in Europe. And she was telling her friend how she's going to do so many sessions.
Yeah.
I don't like it, but I can't tell my mom
Yeah.
because she'll be very angry at me. You see, already that statement shows you they know
Yes.
that I cannot cross this line as much as I'm a Gen Alpha.
Yes.
But now the mother happened to overhear that conversation. And she asked her, "What are you telling your friend?"
Yeah.
And she told the mom, "I'm deeply apologetic." I mean, she's 9. Where she got the words deeply apologetic.
These guys are smart.
Exactly. So you can see there's some foundation that they have
Yes.
within them that they know they cannot cross boundaries.
Yes.
And that is the foundation that we are going to leverage on when we are mentoring them
Yes.
going forward. It's because it's not that they don't know,
Yeah.
but they
know.
just push the boundaries a
Yes.
little bit.
And also I think, these principles are generational.
Yes,
It's just the way you will unpack them that will be a bit different.
exactly.
With the different generations. But the principles are the same.
Exactly.
These are still the
They're the
same things
same.
that our mothers were taught.
Precisely.
Only that now we are picking it, and depending on where we are, we are unpacking it differently.
Exactly.
Then as we go to Gen Alphas, again, it will be unpacked differently.
Exactly.
Probably with technology.
Precisely. Make it more palatable for
Yes,
them.
and more
that they can
interesting.
consume it
Yes,
in an
and
interesting
shorter
way.
sessions.
Exactly. Yes.
Yes, so this was interesting. This conversation is really interesting. So we are saying that if you're out there and you feel in your heart that you want to be a mentor, I would also recommend that you want to help someone, just talk to the people you see there. I mean, if you look around in your circles, there's so many girls that are looking for mentorship, even if not structured yet. From where you are, there's a girl who's looking up to you. There's, she keeps wondering, how do I do this? You look like you're so much, so high up there. How will I ever reach you? It's good just we demystify, ourselves. Sometimes calm down, right? And help that young lady. Just hold her up. Because by holding her up does not mean she'll pull you down, right? So we are climbing, but we are climbing with other people, not climbing by ourselves.
Yes.
So looking around me, who can I climb with, right?
Yeah.
And climbing up with them, all right? So it is just, of course, it is a calling. I feel like it's a calling mostly, because the people who feel nothing about mentorship,
Oh, yeah.
they feel nothing.
Definitely.
And those ones who feel, I really would want to do this. But again, the structured way really does help.
Yes.
Because sometimes there's a temptation of bringing in some bit of mothering and
Yes.
and join my political team.
Exactly. Yes.
Let's go this
Yes.
direction.
Yes.
Yeah, so again, the structured way always works. Could you talk to us about what are these things? Because I can see you have some merch.
Yes.
Could you give us a brief?
A brief of what they are?
Yeah, as we close.
Yes. So for the mentees, we have a whole book.
Oh.
We don't leave you high and dry. When you're taking it through the sessions, you take in notes.
Yes.
Just to, remember, recap on what you've learned.
Yes.
So that these values, you keep carrying them with you. Then, of course, we have journals.
Yeah.
Beautiful journals. And they have stories written inside, just talking about sisterhood, right?
Yeah.
Just encouraging stories that you can read while you also journal, You can see beautiful women are put there. So when you're working and writing your notes and journaling, you can always get inspirational stories from the journal that we also sell to raise funds. And I've said we are raising funds for these ladies who are not able to, the ones in the marginalized areas, informal settlements, that we can be able to also reach in terms of mentorship.
Yes.
And then we have the cup, Girls for Girls Cup. The craze nowadays is working with the Stanley Cup. Of course, it has its straw somewhere. And of course, you sip your water or your coffee or whatever as you feel proud of being a Girls for Girls.
Yeah.
So we graduate you. We sell them as well. You can just put it on your desk every day and remind yourself who you are. And then...
this?
Yes. This now we reward you.
Yeah.
There are those people who are so passionate about mentorship. When we have our gala dinners, our mentors meet up, we also reward our mentors because they literally give a lot of their time. Most of them are actually volunteer mentors. It's not that it's a passion for them to come out and mentor. So we reward you at the end of the day. We have our good laughs as mentors. So come join us and just join this big family of mentorship.
Yeah. Do you want to reward me at this point?
Yes, please. This is for Becky. I'm rewarding her for being a good mentor. Yes, a very inspirational mentor. Yes. So I've rewarded her that.
Wow.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Empowering women to lead. That is a passion for me. And that's why we have this podcast, by the way. All this is looking for ways to empower women out there. And that is why we have powerful guests like this who get to share their journeys and they get to unpack who they are and what they do. And we now are watching and learning where can we just, get in and what is our space and how can we also transform others as you have also been transforming others. So this has been a very, very, very enriching conversation. I can never have enough of this conversation. This, for me, gives me life. It gives me the juice. I feel like I'm just very happy about this. So until next time, let's keep rising. Let's keep lifting each other. As you're lifting, also remember to keep climbing. So we are not just lifting and stagnating over there. We are lifting and we are also going up there. So today was quite empowering. I hope you have received something from today. And Betty will be kind enough to share the socials. Yes, the links and all that. Maybe you could just go through that very, very fast.
Yes.
If we want to find you today, where do we find you?
You can find us on LinkedIn. We are huge on LinkedIn, on Instagram, on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook. All our contacts are in all those socials. Once you get in touch with us, somebody very kind will get back to you and just plug you in with the programs that we have.
Okay.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yes.
So we'll have all those details down below. We will put that in our description box. And until next time, keep doing it afraid and don't dim your lights.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Thank you.